Hello learners, today we are back with our computer education class and we will revise the rules of the lab. Now you have to tell me what do these symbols mean. The first one, you can see the smiley is holding a finger over its lips. What does this mean? Yes, it is a sign to show that we have to keep quiet and maintain silence. Remember, the lab is a place where we have to maintain silence. This next one is quite easy because you already do it in class. What do? Yes, you raise your hand before you speak something or share some news with your teacher. What do we have in front of us in this image? We can see that there is a teacher and there are children. How are the children standing? Yes, they are standing in a line, one behind each other and possibly in roll number order. So this is how you enter and lead the computer lab. Now in this picture, you can see that this child is inserting a plug into the socket. Now this is not supposed to be done, neither in the lab nor at home. You can see in the hazardous image, it is very dangerous and you can get an electric shock. So in the lab, you will not touch any wires or equipment unless your teacher tells you to work on the computer. Now look at this picture. What do you see? You can see there is a speaker and the waves of his voice are reaching the other person who is listening attentively. What do you learn from this? Yes, you should listen carefully to the instructions given by your teacher. In this picture, you can see the chairs are carefully put in their place. Similarly, in the lab, you have to keep the chairs back in place once you finish with your practical class. This picture is quite self-explanatory. You can see there are food items and there's a big red cross over it. That means food items should not be taken inside the lab. In this picture, you can see there are hands typing on the keyboard. Now, from our previous lesson, we know that our hands should only be on our own keyboard and not on our partners. What else? Yes, you should be touching the keys and typing gently, not quickly and hard on the keyboard. Now here is an exercise for you. State whether these statements are true or false. We can wear shoes into the lab. We can help our friends when they are working. We have to sit in our assigned place. We can run and play in the lab. We should respect our teacher and classmates. We should inform our teacher when the computer is not working. Now let us look at the answers carefully. Yes, the first one is false. We cannot wear our shoes inside the lab. The second one also is false. We should not help our friends when they are working. Otherwise, we are not helping them to learn. Instead, we are doing the work for them and they are not learning. The third one. Yes, it is true. We should sit in our assigned place. And the fourth one says, we can play and run in the lab. Can we now? Of course not. It is not a playground. It is a class and we should sit and behave ourselves in the lab. So it is false. The fifth one. Of course, it is true. We should respect our teachers and classmates. And the last one is also true. We should inform our teacher when a computer is not working. Thank you so much for sitting through another class of computer education. I hope you are now thorough with the topic of rules of the computer lab and will be able to do the worksheets that follow.